Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Girls Frontline reaction. Today we have Solar Sea. This one was requested in the comments of last video and a few of you wanted to see it. I guess this is the theme to the winter update of 2022 and is another one from GhostFinal. So at least I'm pretty aware of what I should expect out of this, but with GhostFinal you never really know. He could absolutely throw me a curveball, so I guess I won't know if I don't listen. Let's go! Oh! Have like live video? I think that's a first actually. Starting out with some pretty aggressive atmosphere on this song. Ooh, got some metal guitar chugging going on in here. Still has that trademark electric sound. But also that like electronic sound that I also know from GhostFinal. So
I climb over and over mountains. I cross over and over visions.
This is the first time I've ever seen this vocalist. Like ever.
It's a bill you really have to pay until the day you go down on this. My old friend, what else do you wanna say? This whistle's spellbound.
Ooh. Let's get into it.
Only thing I did wrong was I played it so long. Spinning my big crown, stealing my brain. No, never doubt what
building in really nice. I'm like air guitaring to it. Is that weird? I don't even play guitar. But the rhythm of that guitar part especially. The fun vocal part there too, especially at the end of that. Where else are we gonna go? I think it's been a while since I've heard this singer go that high. I think she usually sticks more down in her chest voice. Unless she's quiet like this.
There's gonna make it all the way to the last disillusion. It's a dish you really have to taste until the day no more hatred. My old friend, wish you a lovely journey. First separation, longing for reunion. This time I got, please bring me navigation.
This entire verse section is just, I don't know, it's hitting me more than usual, but this is really powerful. I'm like listening to it. Maybe that's just because she's on screen. Really nice jump up to that note, really clean. Ooh, all of the reverb on her voice going away there. Bro. I love the constant like synth sweeps up and down too. Just keeping that energy around in the background really subtle. Still air guitaring this part. I love that. It's so good. Love love the choral vocals kind of supporting everything too. They were never there when they didn't need to be. Really, really good one there. So this one's really unique to me because I think this is the first time where I can look at a song that I've heard from GhostFinal and be like, yeah, the lyrics of this one are really like the shining star. I don't know why I can say that for this one. Again, I feel like that might just be because she was on screen for the first time and I felt like more sucked into the story because there was like a face telling me what the story was. But I think just in general, this song was more focused around the lyrics. Everything else felt more like it was kind of pushed to the back in the mix, and the vocals were really far up front, even compared to other songs that GhostFinal has done. But I also assume that has to be because this is kind of introducing what I assume to be the next story of the next storyline, so you have to let people know what's going to be happening, even if it's through a poetic fashion like this, and just clarifying what the story that you're going to be experiencing is in general. So having the lyrics be a little bit more significant in this, and the vocals as a result in the mix being a lot more prominent, totally makes sense. It's just kind of a thing that I'm not used to hearing out of GhostFinal. Usually the vocals are kind of nestled in there a little bit more, and just overall is more in tune with the rest of the song and just blended in. It's glued in a little bit tighter, rather than the usual where the vocals are kind of just placed in there and the electronic stuff is usually making up more of that lead, and you're focusing a lot more on the melody overall than you are the vocals. And of course, when you have vocalists, usually they sing the melody. That's kind of how things go, unless you have background vocals like that choir section in there. But usually for GhostFinal, the synths tend to be the lead, even if there are vocals in there. At least they're acting as kind of like a duet, like they're really close to each other in volume and presence, where this one was really just going straight for it, making you really hear it and making you really understand what's being said. And that kind of makes me wonder if putting her on screen in this video was specifically for this project as a result of that. Like, as the whole creative team probably was looking at this, they're like, you know what we should do? Let's have her on camera. Let's put her here so people can see it, you know, match the lyrics a little bit better if they're not good at understanding them in a song, because that is an odd thing for some people, to be able to understand the lyrics without having some sort of a visual connection. That's just an accessibility thing, and it totally makes sense. And just like me, I was focusing more on the lyrics simply because she was on screen, and that does a lot for it. But it also might just be that process as well, making me believe like the vocals are more present. Like if I had heard this song without this video and just the music alone with just a still frame picture, would I have noticed the lyrics as much, or would I have heard it like I have heard every other song where there's not somebody on screen? I didn't anticipate this video to bring up that like debate of whether or not the visual medium plays a part in how you experience the audio medium. Like for everything, audio is so very important, but in cases like this, there's definitely bonuses to having that video on screen because it really does play that psychological trick. So even though it might not work on everyone, people with let's say waning attention spans like my ADHD ass are probably benefiting from this approach, and I really do appreciate that from just a general creative standpoint. I think that works really well, and that it helped me understand the story of this song, whereas I might have been focusing on other instrument parts like I usually do. And albeit, yeah, that is my focus. I try to break things down and make sense out of a song, but in this song, they made it so obvious with everything that they chose to do with this project that I'm like, hey, maybe I don't have to dig into it. Maybe this is just one of those, like, this is a really good song. It's definitely a GhostFinal track. He has all of the standard GhostFinal isms, you know, all the approaches to synths, the guitars, the mixing in general. Like, it all sounded very GhostFinal, which is what I assume they want when they hire the same composer to do multiple songs for different projects. Even if they want slightly different approaches, different sounds, different genres, they want a specific thing, an it factor that that specific producer has, even if that special it factor is their flexibility and kind of being a musical chameleon of sorts. There's still like little bits and pieces of personality that get trickled in there, and I think that's the reason they picked somebody like GhostFinal to really represent an entire event. That would totally track, because if there's a name that becomes so synonymous with the game or is like the most fan favorite composer, they're going to want to bring them back. Same for the vocalist here. I've heard her on a bunch of works with GhostFinal, and that dynamic duo might really be the reason they went with this combo and hired them both on for this, but that's just me speculating here. It's kind of nice though to be able to approach a song from like a whole creative standpoint instead of just going, hey, the song sounds good because this. So this video might seem weird to those who watch this channel on a regular basis, and I'm kind of attacking a weird angle with this video, but I kind of appreciate that actually. I think this is nice to be able to talk about this project in this way instead of just kind of laying it out as the music and nothing more. So as a whole creative package, this is more interesting than I think the music alone is, which is a whole different category to be impressed about, and I really do love that. But all in the same, I think that's about all I've got to say on this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you have any other songs you want me to listen to from Girls Frontline, please let me know what they are down in the comments below. I don't usually get that many comments about what songs I should get to from this game, so please, if you have any that you really like, just let me know. The odds of me getting to it are pretty high because the comment sections on these videos in particular are pretty sparse, and most likely I'll probably pick your comment even if it doesn't get a bunch of likes. Like, that's pretty irrelevant here. Unless I start getting a magic amount of comments through saying this, I'm not expecting to see too many, so if you have one that you really want me to get to, just say so and maybe I'll get there. Probably more likely than not. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me for other stuff I have on the channel coming up and what I've done before, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!